We'll start our session with the T's. And the T which we are going to see today is nothing but the E plane T. Now, whenever I see the structure of this E plane T, you can see a rectangular slot. This is nothing but the rectangular slot which you can see here. I'll just show you where it is. So I can say this is the rectangular slot. This complete slot, this is the rectangular slot, is cut along with the broader dimension of a long waveguide. And the side arm, this arm will be called as the side arm. So this side arm is attached here. Okay. So, and you can say this collinear arms, always the collinear arms are denoted with the port number 1, 2, and the auxiliary arm will be port number 3. So this is the structure of your E-plane T. Now, very important property here, whenever I'm talking about this E-plane T, why this plane T is called as the E-plane T. Now, when a waveguide T, or you can say a waveguide T, is having a 3-port devices that is similar to the power divider. Now, when the axis of side arm, this is the axis of side arm, you can say this is the axis of side arm. Now, whenever you are putting electric field inside to the port number 1, your axis of this side arm will be parallel to the electric field. Okay, and that's why it is called as the E-plane T. The output we get in this type T is 180-degree out of phase with each other, irrespective of from which port you are giving the input. Okay, so if you see this diagram, you'll understand whenever you are giving something to the port number 3, you are having the outputs. Now this is nothing but the orientation of electric field, and this is nothing but, so whatever come out of this port number 2 will be in this direction, and this will be in this direction. So you feed it from the port number 1, it comes here and it comes here. So wherever you are giving the input, the output comes, which is nothing but the 180-degree phase shifted. Now, here we are going to talk about the scattering matrix of a E-plane. Now, T's can be used to describe the properties. Now, whenever in general the power out of port 3 is proportional to the difference between instantaneous power entering from the port number 1 and the port number 2. If I'm interested in simplifying this thing, then I can say whatever output I'm getting because of input given to the port number 3 will be opposite of S13. ठीक है, क्योंकि आपका जो भी है वो 180 डिग्री फेज शिफ्टेड है. ठीक है, so you are going to use this property there when you are going to talk about the scattering matrix of the E-plane T. Now, just talking about this particular E-plane T, what will be the ports? How many ports you are having? You are having 3 ports. So matrix will be, when I talk about the scattering matrix for this, the order will be 3 by 3. So I'll just draw the matrix for this E-plane T. So you can say my matrix will be of order 3 by 3. So I'll just draw here the matrix for this one. So the first property tells me S is 3 by 3 since there are 3 ports. So I'm just denoting the scattering matrix here. So similarly, how we draw the scattering matrix, or how we find the scattering matrix: 3 ports, S11, S12, S13, S21, S22, S23, S31, S32, S33. So this will be the scattering matrix. Now we know that there are 9 unknowns here to find out. Now second is nothing but the scattering coefficients. Now as we have already seen that S23 is equal to minus S13. Okay, because your output at port 1 and 2 are out of phase by 180 degree with an input port 3. Now we are assuming that our third port is perfectly matched. So if I'm saying if port 3 is perfectly matched, then I can write here my S33 is equal to 0. Now 4, from the property of symmetry, so यहाँ पे आप रिप्लेस करेंगे इसको S12 के साथ. ठीक है, now S13 and S23. So S13 and S23 में relation क्या है? S23 is minus S13. ठीक है, और S32 because of the symmetry property it will be S23 and S23 will be minus S S13. So I'll just replace it with S13. Again, because of the symmetry property, I can replace it with the S13. So again, rewriting the same matrix, I'll get new things like this: S11, S12, S13, S12, S22, S13, and this will be minus. This will be positive 13, this will be minus 13, and this will be 0. Now, previously I was having 9 unknowns. Now I am having S11, S22, S12, and S13. So only 4 unknowns are here now. Okay, by using the property of scattering matrix. Okay. Now I'll just use another property which is nothing but the unitary property. So if I write unitary property here, so this unitary property tells me the scattering matrix and the complex conjugate of that particular scattering matrix result into the identity matrix. So I'll just write my scattering matrix first, which is nothing but the S11, S12, S13, again S12, S22, as I have replaced it again with the S13, S13 minus S13 and a 0, and the complex conjugate of the same matrix. So I'll repeat same matrix and I'll take the complex conjugate. So it will become S11, S12, S13, S12, S22 minus S13, S13 minus S13 and a 0. Take a complex conjugate of each and every term over here. Okay? Either you write like this will be okay. So I have taken a complex conjugate and it results into the unitary matrix. So just unitary matrix or unit matrix of 3 by 3 will be like this: 0 1 0 0 0 1. Okay, as we have done previously for other t's, we'll do the same thing for this one. So if I do r1 c1, I'll get s11 square mod of s12 square plus mod of s13 square is equal to 1. I'll do r2 c2 here. So r2 c2 will give me s12 square plus s22 square plus s13 square is equal to again 1, because this 1 results into r1 c1, r2 c2 and r3 c3. So if you compare this with this, you will see 1 3 is common here, 1 2 is common here. So from this I can conclude my s11 is equal to s11 is equal to s22, because all the components are say 1 2 square 1 3 square, remaining is this one. So comparing these two equation, I get s11 is equal to s22. Now I'll do r3 c3. So this r3 c3 gives me s13 square plus s13 square is equal to 1. So if I'm getting s13, so I can find out s13 very easily. But by solving this one, I can write somewhere here. So if I'm interested, this becomes 2 s13 square is equal to 1. Therefore, s13 is equal to 1 by root 2. So I have got one component or one scattering coefficient. s13 is 1 by root 2 by putting the values. Okay. Now if you go with the another, now we have taken r1 c1, r2 c2, r3 c3. Similarly, as we have done previously, we'll do r3 c1. So first third row and a first column. So this will become s13 into s11 complex conjugate minus, because this is minus, this term is minus, so minus into, you can say, s12 complex conjugate is equal to 0. Okay. So if we are doing this, the common term which you will find here is nothing but the, sorry, this term is s13 is common, s11 minus s12. This is complex conjugates must be 0. Now, as we know that whenever we are giving something to the port number 1, there should be something to the port. So S13 cannot be 0. So if I'm saying S13 cannot be 0, the next term as S13 cannot be 0, I can say S11 complex conjugate minus S12 complex conjugate must be 0. So if I'm saying S11 complex conjugate minus S12 complex conjugate is equal to 0, this means that S11 complex conjugate is equal to S12 complex conjugate. Now if this is the relationship, we can say that your sorry, this will become plus. So S11 is equal to S12. So this is something which we have found here. Now, if you use the equation which you have seen in the equation number 1, I can say, so I know S13, okay, I know that S11 is equal to S12, so I'll just use this equation R1 C1 wala equation. So in R1 C1 we are having S11 square plus S12 square plus S13 square is equal to 0, and these both are same, so I can write 2 S11 square plus 1 by root 2 square is equal to 1. Okay, so when you solve this equation, if you're squaring, it will become 1 by 2, subtracting, you will get it as a 1 by 2, and then it goes here and becomes 1 by 4. Okay, so S11 square is equal to 1 by 4, and that's why S11 is equal to 1 by 2, and S11 is equal to S12. Okay, so I have got S11, I have got S12. Okay, now putting these values, and I have got S13 previously, so if you're putting these values in the equation number 2 which we have seen, we can find out the S22. So R2C2 gives us S12 square plus S22 square plus S13 square is equal to 1. So I know 1, 2 we have find out, 1 by 2 ka square plus S22 ka square, and this is 1 by root 2 ka square is equal to 1. So this will be 1 by 4, this will be 1 by 2 plus S22 square is equal to 1. So similarly, if you go for solving this particular equation, 1 minus 1 half will become this one, and then half minus 1 by 4 is 1 by 4, and that's why S22 will become square root of this is nothing but the 1 by 2. So this is the solution. So what I have got here, I have got S11 here, then I have got S22 here, and then now I'll just S22 is this one. Okay, previously we have find out S11 is equal to S12, which is nothing but the 1 by 2, 1 by 2, yes, and S13 is nothing but the 1 by root 2. Now just rewriting that particular matrix which we have seen previously. So S for 4 unknowns, this is nothing but the S11, S12, S13, then again this is S12, this will be S22 minus S13, this is S13 minus S13, and this will be 0. So if I put all the values which we have find out, then this matrix will become 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 1 by root 2, then this S12 is again 1 by 2, this is 1 by 2 minus 1 by root 2, this will be 1 by root 2, this will be minus 1 by root 2, and this will be 0. So this is nothing but the matrix which we have got. Now from equation we know that if we see the definition of the scattering matrix, B is equal to S into A. Okay, so this will be B1, B2, B3. As I am having 3 ports, the possibility will be of 3 outputs. Scattering matrix here will be 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 1 by root 2, then 1 by 2, 1 by 2, minus 1 by root 2, here 1 by root 2, minus 1 by root 2, and this will be 0. And just multiply it with the inputs. Because we are giving 3 inputs, this will be A1, A2, and A3. Further solving this, I'll get B1 is equal to 1 half A1 plus 1 half A2 plus 1 by root 2 A3. Okay? So here I'll just write what I'm getting. So B1 will be 1 half A1 plus 1 half A2 plus 1 by root 2 A3. What about the B2? For B2 we'll get 1 half A1 plus 1 half A2 minus 1 by root 2 A3. And the next one is, I'm so sorry, the screen is stopped or is it visible?
It's visible now.
Okay, is the screen is visible now? Okay, fine. Just a minute. Just a minute. Okay. So similarly, I've lost my connection, I guess. एकच मिनिट द्या मला because I'm attending from another account. Okay, fine, let it be. If you're able to see the screen, it is okay. Uh, the only thing in which we will face the problem is nothing but the attendance. That we'll see later. Okay. So B1 is 1 half A1 plus 1 half A2 plus 1 by root 2 A3. Similarly, B2 will be 1 half A1 plus 1 half A2 minus 1 by root 2 A3. And a B3, if you see the B3, it will become 1 by root 2 A1 minus 1 by root 2 A2. Okay. So similarly, as we have considered the different cases, here also we are going to consider the different cases for this particular thing. So what will happen if you are giving something to the port number 3? Okay. So here we are assuming we are giving something to the port number 3. So case number 1, A3 is not equal to 0, whereas your A1 and A2 both are equal to 0. So if you are giving something to the port number 3, here whatever you will get is nothing but अगर आप यहाँ पे कुछ दे रहे हो A और A1 A2 0 है, so this will become 0. ठीक है, और जो भी है 1 by root 2 A3 आएगा और B2 से, so here B1 का जो आउटपुट होगा वो होगा आपका 1 by root 2 A3 और B2 का जो भी आउटपुट होगा आपका वो होगा माइनस 1 बाई रूट 2 A3. ठीक है, दिस मीन्स दैट वॉट एवर इनपुट यू आर गिविंग टू द पोर्ट नंबर 3, आप जो भी इनपुट यहाँ पे दे रहे हो पोर्ट नंबर 3 के लिए, वो equally 1 by root 2, the meaning of this is nothing but it gets equally divided into port number 2 and port number 1, and but it will be the 180-degree phase shifted. Okay, so this is the case number 1. The case number 2 which we are considering, as you are just giving inputs to port number 1 and 2, same input, so you are giving A1 is equal to A2 which is nothing but the A, and A3 में आप 0 दे रहे हो. Now in this case what happens, whenever you are giving same input, A यहाँ पे same है, so B1 से आपका जो भी होगा, so this will become A by 2 A by 2, so A plus 1 by root, so this will be 0. ठीक है, so you can say that your B1 is A by 2 plus A by 2, and you can say, so I'll just write here, B1 is equal to A by 2 plus A by 2. Similarly, B2 is again addition of this 2, and B3 is nothing but the 1 by root 2a minus 1 by root 2a. So whatever subtraction will be there, that will appear at the port number 3, and the same input means you are not having any output over here, so you'll get a 0 output over here. Now the case 3, so in the case 3 you assume that you are giving something to the port number 1 which is non-zero, A2 में 0 है और A3 में 0 है. Now in this case you will have B1 is equal to A1 by 2, B2 is equal to A1 by 2, sorry, and your B3 is equal to minus A1 by root 2. So similarly, we can have all the combinations of inputs and outputs. So this is all about the scattering matrix of E plane T.